Logan and I are going to be looking at Animal Comics number 26 from 1947. This book is 73 years old.
That's old.
7 decades. What we got here? Rover, Jigger, Uncle Wiggily, Albert and Pogo, and Zoo Animal Photos. 10-cent comic from Dell. Got a little doggies and a ram. I'm not sure what that is. And there's an alligator.
What's that?
Maybe a hedgehog. And they got a little frog in the bubble there.
Where?
See?
Oh, there he is.
Blowing bubbles and the frog looks mad.
Yes, he does.
Little Jim bubble pipes. They're blowing bubble pipes. Like they got the photo zoo in here. It's monkeys.
Aww. Those are cute.
From the New York Zoological Society. Mother Gibbon monkey and her little baby. Just look at the little fellow. Isn't he the cutest thing?
Aww.
Looks straight at the camera. Isn't afraid one bit. Oh no, not with Mama next to him. Just to make sure he was holding on to her leg though. On second thought, he thinks he'd rather not take the chance and snuggles up real close. Now he feels safe. Mama isn't worried, however. She has been photographed before and knows we just want some pictures of her cute little baby so that all of you can admire it. Albert and Pogo. Where you going with that pot of paint howling, Al? I going into the painting business, Pogo. Why, shuckins, Al, you isn't know nothing about painting. You goes bankrupt. First things you knows. That, sir, is a slur, a slandered, and a base canard. That for your scorn, Mr. Beetle. The Beetle said, pfft, and he painted the Beetle's head.
Oh, poor Beetle.
How you like that? That show who is a painter pushing name of Owl. They really write with a lot of slang in here.
Yeah.
It's hard to read it out loud. No question about that. You're a good beetle painter, but the market isn't so good. But he says, no question about that. You're a good beetle painter, but the market isn't so good. So they talk all in like country type slang. And then here's
Your
the,
uncle?
well, it's a crocodile
Oh.
or an alligator. So I doubt it's their uncle. There's my man. Just the one to get me up high. He needs him because he's tall and he wants to paint something.
Yeah.
Look, he's shaking his hand. When he's shaking his hand, he's accidentally painting his belly.
Uh-oh.
So now they're going out on a raft. We got all types of, looks like the wishbone of a rhinoceros. What are those called again that the doctor uses?
Stethoscope?
Stethoscope. He's putting it on the tree, listening in the tree.
Oh my god.
He says, oh man, this tree has a heartbeat. And it's birds inside the tree. A woodpecker comes out and knocks on his head. No, you've got a knot on his head now.
Ow. What does he say?
Is you oak or knotty pine? It's really, there's so much country slang the way this is written. It's
Yes.
really hard to read. It's like Alan Moore's Crossed plus 100. You know, you got to have a different, you got to take a little time reading it. So we'll just kind of look at the pictures and see what's happening here. Beetle's yelling in his ear. He's still got his knot on his head. That woodpecker messed him up. Now he's laying on the ground all beat up. Look, another bug comes and pinches his nose.
Oh, yikes.
Sam the termite. Get away, get off. He's punching in the air.
Oh my. Poor him. He's not hurt.
And then look, the woodpecker's going to help him out. Instead he peck it off of his nose, but he just pounded his nose instead, so now his nose is hurt too.
Oh, poor him.
He says, everybody off, beat it, ah! He's getting jacked around. Who did the, I don't see artist's name or illustrator's name on this. Look, he's standing on the alligator's face so he could paint the treehouse up there. There's paint all over him. He looks happy, doesn't he?
No. He has a paint bucket on the top of his head.
Yeah, he's balancing. I didn't even notice that. He's balancing the paint bucket on his head and he's standing on his nose. He's not into that, is he? He just looks aggravated. He's like, Now you got a bunny and a duck and a frog and a mouse in here talking. So Pogo, that's Pogo then. The one that got his head knocked up. Look, now it's backwards.
Oh my.
They got this really weird to read. See, I don't know what happened there. That looks like actually, because look, that's that same strip over here. See, great.
That's weird how it's like upside down.
Well, it's almost like this panel right here got replicated over here in reverse, including the words. So I don't know if they messed up and did that, or they're just trying to fill up space, or... Look, Albert, that must be where Albert the elephant lives.
Albert?
No, Albert must be the alligator.
Oh.
Because it looks like he's going home. Yeah, old Porcupine gonna go see if his old friend Albert is home. He looks kind of fun, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like sleepy. And look, Porcupine took a nap in Albert's bed. Albert came home, crawled into bed. He's like, ow! And he laid on Porcupine. And then Pogo fell on Porcupine too. And Porcupine just sleeping through all of it, don't know what's going on, but he's poking everybody up.
Poor everyone.
They're like, wake up, Porcupine!
He's like,
Everybody's all aggravated.
Yeah, they are. Now what's he doing?
The owl got red paint all over his head. And they're using a washboard and they're washing the owl in a tub. Okay, and here's another strip called Jigger. Jigger, I guess, is the little doggy, the little white doggy.
He's cute.
I'm not sure what the big doggy's name is. But there's Jigger. See what's happening here. Jigger's saying to the bigger dog, now look, all you have to do is walk in with the next customer and the butcher will think you're with her, see? Then what? Then when you sit up and beg, the butcher throws you a hunk of bologna or something. You sure it'll work? So they're trying to scheme into the butchers and get them some free meat and pretend that they're somebody's dog because maybe they're stray dogs or... Well, the one's got a little leash, so...
He looks like a stray dog.
So there he goes. There's a woman. She's going in there and the big dog tries to run in after her. The big dog gets kicked out right away. He's like, what happened, Mooch? Okay, so that's his name, Mooch.
So this one's...
Jigger and Mooch. Jigger and Mooch.
Ah.
You and your big ideas. The lady I followed was the butcher's wife. So he knew it wasn't her dog because that was his wife.
It was.
Yeah. Say, how do you feel about peanuts? If squirrels can stand them, I can. But I can't stand squirrels. Look, now they're trying to get peanuts off of some guy. Look, there's a squirrel. Okay, look. The guy throws a peanut to the squirrel. The squirrel comes running behind the tree. The dogs are there and they say, drop that peanut. This is a stick-up. But then the squirrel attacks the little dog.
I don't want
So look, he beat him up. The squirrel beat the little dog up.
Oh.
While the big dog ate the peanut. Then the big dog comes and says, nice work, pal. That peanut sure tasted good.
He doesn't even care about
The little doggy says, he nearly killed me. You don't mess with squirrels, do you?
No.
So there's a little Jigger getting chased and beaten down by a squirrel.
Poor Jigger.
See, now they're trying to figure out more ways to get some food. Look, now they're going where there's the sill.
Oh, I thought it was an elephant's trunk for him.
It's a sill up there, and they're throwing at fish. The zookeepers are, and they're standing outside in case it misses any of the fish. They're going to eat it. Look, and it finally missed one, and Mooch got it. But then the sill came over and pulled it right out of Mooch's mouth. Give me that.
He hasn't even had any.
No. And then now we have something called Rover. Not sure. It's
This with animals?
Well, there is some. It is something with the animal. Maybe Rover might be the dog there, but they're out on a boat. Rover. So they're out selling on a boat, and kids out there swimming. There's some sharks.
Oh.
The guy jumps into the water with a knife and fights a shark in the water with a knife and kills it.
So the kids are safe? Is that?
Yep.
What's that everywhere?
Blood.
Oh.
Now, in general, you're not going to hop into the water and probably win a fight with a shark with your one little knife when it's got a whole mouthful of knives, but this is a comic book. So he gets up there, and they're on the other boat. They're on the big boat, and they're getting into a smaller boat going towards the island. So them and the dog are hanging out on the island. Look at this, Mike, not 100 yards from shore, and it's almost thick jungle. Boy, it's kind of creepy, isn't it? Look, and there's birds and snakes. A sleepy boa constrictor stirred once as they came past him down a deep meadow. The wildlife of the island was all about them. Bright plumaged tropical birds whirled up before them. Wild, beautiful flowers abounded in the open patches of the jungle.
What is that thing?
Those are roots on a tree.
Oh, is this an iguana?
Yep.
Ah.
And then dashed madly after a big iguana lizard scuttling hurriedly under the bush. Yep, see, that's Rover. Suddenly, Rover came to a stiffened pose.
Oh.
So Rover is the doggy. Oh, look, Red, a big lizard. Come on. And then they found a cave. And they go walking into the cave. Would you just go walking into the cave? Would you be a little scared?
Yes.
Look, they used one of the tree roots, and they caught it on fire.
Oh.
They're using that for light.
I don't know if they're fire really.
Look, there's bats down there. Hey, Red, I've fallen. Mike, are you alright? Yes, but I think Rover's found something down here. It's a doorway.
Oh.
Let's see here. So there they are, walking through the meadows and whatnot, and then finding the cave. Voodoo! It's a voodoo tribe. Good grief. Careful now, Mike. Don't move till I say so.
What are those things?
Well, we don't really know yet. Let's see. Let's find out if it is what they're making it out to be. It's like tribal men who do voodoo. Voodoo is like magic, dark magic. Yep, they fight them. Look, the dog even takes one of the guys down.
Oh.
Then they take out running. Then they work their way back through the cave. So yeah, they ran into some dudes. Had to fight them off. Take out down the cave. They go out of the cave, they get on their boat and head back to their boat. So the Gull gets underway up the coast of Cuba to further adventures.
What's this?
Uncle Wiggily. Do you think Uncle Wiggily can help us, Bugsy? If he can't, it's goodbye Bugsville. So they're bugs.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he's sleeping. Think he'll be mad if we wake him? We gotta risk it. Look, they can't wake him up, so they get some pepper and they throw it up his nose.
Oh, yikes.
Some Uncle Wiggly.
I would not do that to my uncle.
Your uncle will be pretty mad. You know, your uncle, Dustin, was sleeping on the couch one time back when I was shooting my stunt film stuff.
Yeah.
And I threw a big old thing of water like this on his face. He was so mad. Like, not funny mad, like, he wanted to punch me out mad. It was kind of funny.
Grandma said she had to wake him up and she had no choice because he was going to be late for school. She just threw a bucket of water on him and he's like, oh, what is happening?
Yeah.
And he was a kid.
So Uncle Wiggly it looks like a bunny.
Oh.
And he, pepper up my nose. That he's chasing him onto his dishes and knocks his whole dish cabinet over. And it's the lady's dishes. She said, out of my dishes. He's like, well, Nurse Jane, I didn't mean to. And she chases him out of the house. So his buddy's got him all kicked out of his house. He's all mad. So they're going down this way. Some guy's laying there and they get his coat and they're looking in his pockets. It's a vase and silverware and whatnot. They say he's a thief. It looks like a raccoon. The raccoon's the thief. You know how raccoons like to take stuff?
Yeah.
So that's why they made the raccoon the thief. And so they got paper bags full of air and they're pretending they got guns. They said, hands up or we'll shoot. And he bangs one of the paper. He's trying to scare him. Bang, pow, pow, pow. And he thinks he's getting bullets fired at him, so he's running off. It looks like they get everybody's stuff and they're taking it back to start giving it.
Who's she?
That's somebody who, the raccoon stole some of her stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, so he almost breaks her vase. Oh, he does break her vase, giving her her vase back. Then finds a big old diamond to give to her.
And she's like, ah.
Then he goes back and he knocks over all the dishes again somehow and gets kicked out. The circus sill. My business calls for lots of skill, for balance, poise, and timing. I must excel at music too and never flinch from climbing. The eager public's wondering gaze is fixed on my skill unerring. And when I'm finished, my reward is always just a herring. A herring is a fish. He's like, all I ever get is a fish. Unger Guards the Flock by Russell Gordon Carter. So we got a little story here. Page and a half. Then you got speedy animals. Cats are great sprinters. The cheetah's speed has been clocked at 70 miles per hour. It is swifter than a gazelle whose speed is about 60 miles per hour. The rhino, clumsy as it looks, can run 35 miles per hour. Even the elephant runs 24 miles per hour to man's 23 miles per hour. So elephants are faster than people.
Oh.
A deer can dodge between trees gracefully at 30 miles per hour. The horse runs faster than a greyhound. Man-o'-war has done 43 miles per hour. The fastest greyhound is 36 miles per hour. While a fast-moving sloth manages to do about a half a mile an hour going at top speed.
A sloth is not very fast.
Nope.
Sloths are very slow.
Speedy animals. And then whaling. We're talking about going out there and hunting whales. Got little panels, a little bit of information. Yep, they're out there hunting whales, getting whales.
Poor whale. I wonder if the whale fights the people. But I don't think so.
Winnie fish is going to give you a fight.
Oh.
They're going to try to get away, you know.
Yeah.
Photo zoo. Mike, the 1.5-year-old orangutan, gets a bath. Do you see him complaining? No sirree, he loves it. Let me do it, he says, and gets to work with the long-handled brush. Watch out, Mike, or soap will get in your eyes. The shampoo leaves Mike so clean. One can count every hair on his body, but who wants to? Say, some of you young fellows who are reading this can learn a lesson from Mike. It can be lots of fun to have a good scrub, and you don't have to be a monkey to enjoy it. He's like, some of you dirty little boys need to take a bath.
I like that picture of the monkey at the very end. He's like,
Yeah, he's all happy, huh?
Yeah.
He's all clean.
elephant.
Look, you got the mama elephant.
The baby.
The baby's holding the mama elephant's tail, and then the monkey's holding the baby elephant's tail. Mother and baby went for a walk. Baby too little yet to talk. Trots behind mother holding on tightly. When baby feels his tail pulled lightly. Baby confused drops his mother's tail. Sits on his own and starts to wail. You like the little animal comics?
Yes.
Pretty cool, huh? So I bet if you was a young one back in the day, back in the 40s, you would like getting these books, wouldn't you?
Yes.